This is Friday Night Football on KLST, brought to you by Randall Motors.
Good evening and welcome into Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite night of the week. I know it's mine. Week 1 is now in the books. I'm Charles Bryce. In the next 15 minutes, I'll have recaps from all around the Concho Valley. We start with the Central Bobcats, who opened the season on the road against Class 5A number 5 ranked Abilene High. And let's go to those highlights now. Bobcats traveling to Abilene for their season opener. Head coach Mark Smith begins year 2. First quarter, Central comes up with the first break. Tristan Beal has the ball stripped from him. The Bobcats recover and head the other way. 2 plays later, Bobcats get a crease on the far side of the field and a whole lot of green. He is brought down at the 2-yard line. Next play, Micah Smith keeps it, breaks a tackle, and scores. Central leads 7-0. Still the first quarter, the black shirts make a play. The Eagles hold up the running back, and Jaden Starks strips the ball, and he heads the other way. How about a 63-yard big man touchdown? We are tied at 7. 3rd and short for Central. Abilene High stands up. A pair of Eagles make the tackle as the receiver catches it. That forces a Bobcats punt. Central falls 42-21 in this one. Lakeview up now. The Chiefs at home to open up 2025, hosting Fort Stockton, holding the overall record of 25-16 all time. Let's get to those highlights now from San Angelo Stadium. Second quarter, Chiefs down 7-6 in a low-scoring one. Chris Alviso hands it off left side. Nice cut upfield. Gain good for a Chiefs first down. Lakeview marching downfield before halftime. Alviso in the pocket. Looks deep. Throws just out of the reach of a one-handed catch. A couple plays later, Chiefs deep in Panthers territory. This time Alviso goes to the corner, and it's hauled in for a touchdown. Braylon White makes a spectacular diving catch. Chiefs up 12-7. Lakeview opts to go for 2 and go up 7 at the halftime. And check out this second effort. It's White again, hauls it in, comes back, and stretches across. 2-point play. 2-point try good, and at last check, Lakeview led 42-7 in the 4th. TLC also at home to kick off the 2025 season, hosting a very tough Tahoka team to start non-district play at Lakeview Stadium. Great crowd on hand at Lakeview Stadium. Eagles were hoping to start with the season with the bang. First quarter action, TLCA driving down the field, and the Eagles draw first blood on this touchdown strike to wide receiver Justin Reynolds, who thrills the crowd with an acrobatic catch in the end zone. And he celebrates with his teammates. 6-0 TLCA. Eagles decided to go for a 2-point conversion. They got a penalty on the first try, and then Jackson Chacon comes up short of the goal line. Second quarter action now, Tahoka trying to play catch-up. This pass attempt falls incomplete as TLCA's defense comes up big. Time running out in the first half. TLCA just looking to run out the clock. Chris Rangel carries the rock, but gets tripped up at by Tahoka. Eagles hung on for a 6-0 advantage of the half. TLCA was super hungry for a win after not getting any last season, but Tahoka came on strong in the second half, led 28-12 in the 4th. We're now going to send it out to Brian Cunningham, who is live inside Clayton Weissing Field for more on tonight's matchup between Wall and Mason. Take it away, Brian.
And we're here at Clayton Weissing Field as we are wrapping up Wall versus Mason right now, and it's 48-0. It was really no contest given that Mason is missing 4 to 5 of their top players. That is coming from Wade Griffin pregame. It's one of the things that he told us is this is a game for them to gauge, but really they don't know how they are at full strength right now given the injuries. And we're going to flip to Wall. Wall, well, they look at midseason form, a 48-0 rout over the Punchers. So what did we see? We saw 3 touchdowns in the first half. The opening drive touchdown was caught by Reed Robertson. And then we also saw Reed Ballard Hagen Harvey put his name into the hat as well, getting a touchdown, and they wrapped off with a 22-0 halftime score. We're here now, like I said, at Clayton Weissing Field as they wind down 48-0, 3 minutes to go in this game. And right now we are seeing just a little bit of dominance, but these two teams are poised to make a big run each for this season. Down here from Clayton Weissing Field, I'm Brian Cunningham. Back to you guys.
Matchup of the week here in the Concho Valley, the 3rd-ranked Hawks taking on the number 12 Mason Punchers in a battle of perennial powerhouses. Wall opening drive after a penalty took away a score. Landon York to Hagen Barbie, first Wall TD of the year, 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. A few possessions later, Wall at the 1 again. TD handoff to Yeager Thompson, 15-0 Wall. Just before half, Hawks connect on a long TD. York to Reed Robertson. Wall with the early 22-0 lead. This is the 9th straight year for these Concho Valley Powers to lock horns. Mason leads all-time series 14-11, but Wall won last year's game 28-6. on its way to Class 3A Division II state semis. Hawks won 4 straight games from 2019 to 2022. At last check, Wall led 42-0 in the third. Great Creek action now. Eagles hosting San Saba. Eagles looking to capitalize on last year's playoff berth. First quarter, Great Creek with the ball. Handoff to number 11, who finds a lane and heads to the house, giving the Eagles an early 6-0 lead. Later, the Armadillos return the favor with 3 rushers in the backfield. Walked in the end zone. Tie game. Point after try also no good, so we're tied to 6. From that point on, it was all visitors. San Saba gets it done down the stretch, walking out of town with the win 27-12. Brady football closes out 6A to 3A coverage. The Bulldogs on the road to kick off 2025 as they face San Antonio YMLA. Brady rolled to a 27-0 shutout last year in the first ever matchup. Bulldogs looking to build off last year's by-district finish. They returned 14 total starters. Brady rolled 60-0. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started here with Friday Night Football. When we come back, we will move to Class 2A, starting with the Concho Valley matchup between the Cristobal Cougars and El Dorado Eagles.
Buy more.
This is Friday Night Football on KLST, brought to you by Randall Motors.
And we're down to Class 2A now. Cristobal and El Dorado kick things off in this Concho Valley matchup. Cougars are under new leadership with Tanner McLean, while the Eagles' William Robledo returns this year. Both the Eagles and Cougars finished in the by-district round last year and opened up non-district play against each other. We go to the first quarter. Eagles in the red zone when Johnny Ray Adame goes deep over the middle to Brayson Brock, who hauls it in and dives into the end zone with the extension. Makes it 7-0 Eagles. Things were pretty quiet till the second quarter when the Eagles began driving again. This time Adame goes over the top to the big man Garrett Walling, who brings it in and keeps the drive alive. Eagles keep it on the ground with an inside run to Brayson Brock, who picks up some awesome nice yards before taking a big hit around the 7-yard line. But it would pay off as it would set up this quarterback keeper from Adame. Eagles would go into halftime up 14-0 on the Cougars and would fly away with the win 24-14. Back to Concho Valley matchup, staying in the 3A D1. Broncos taking on the Bulldogs to open up 2025. Miles opening possession, a pick 6 for Sonora, kicks this game off, 8-0 Bulldogs after the 2-point. Sonora a few possessions later, outside run, breaks a few tackles, and foot races for another score. Bulldogs up 14-0 early on. Miles with the ball again, scramble drill to the QB's left. Liam Yancey throws his second pick of the game. Sonora up 20-0. Broncos rolling this one 40-0. Ozona up now, taking on McCamey to open up 2025 in their non-district schedule. The Lions finished last season in by-district round and jump into 2025 under new leadership with first-year head coach Jason Pitts, looking to get their explosive running back Christian Villarreal going this year again. Ozona wins 65-0. Sterling City up now, taking on Odessa Compass Academy at Ratliff Stadium. From Friday night fame, the Eagles also under new leadership this season with Kellen Luker, Texas football's QB of the 1990s when he was at Stephenville. 8 teams in the Concho Valley headed into 2025 with a new head coach. Eagles are looking to capitalize and improve on last year's by-district finale. At last check, it was Odessa Compass 28-0 in the second. Number 12 Junction closes out 2A coverage tonight with a tasty matchup at home against number 17 Gulfway. Junction looking to capitalize on last year's massive success as the Eagles went 4 rounds deep. Coach Scott Freeman and company are poised to make another great run. Junction led 27-16 in the fourth at last check. Keep your seat, everybody. We've got more coming up on Friday Night Football. Coming up next, we will take a look at Class 1A, starting with the number 3 Water Valley.
This is Friday Night Football on KLST, brought to you by Randall Motors.
The number 3 Water Valley Wildcats made program history by reaching the Class 1A Division I state semifinals last year, and they hosted Grand Falls Royalty in the season opener tonight. Let's get to those highlights. Opening drive of the game, first play of the season for the Wildcats, handoff to Branson Lacey, and he knows what to do with it. Taking it 27 yards to the house, 8-0 Water Valley. Very next drive, second play of the season for the Wildcats, handoff to the senior Boston Weiss, the stiff arm, and 25 yards later, he's in for another Water Valley touchdown, making it 16-0 Cats. But Water Valley was far from done. Third drive of the game, they give it to Branson Lacey, and he breaks it off for a 44-yard house call, giving the Cats a 24-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, the toss from Boston Weiss to Landon Lacey. Boston clearing a path with a senior QB one for another Water Valley touchdown. Water Valley wins 54-0. The Longhorns opened the season Thursday night at home against Santa Ana. And what a night it was at Rocky Rawls' return as head coach. First quarter already, 24-0 Bront. Offense explosive early on, but that's not all. The Longhorns' defense forces a fumble. Andrew Rico there for the recovery. Bront came up empty on the ensuing drive, but zooming ahead. Second quarter touchdown, Longhorns. Joel Pena plows his way up the middle, putting Bront up 4 scores, 32-0. Bront not done dominating yet, though. And how about this tight end? Raymond Williams puts the secondary on skates, draws oohs and ahs from the crowd. 38-0 now. Bront's Aiden Sperry adds another TD right before halftime to lead 45-0. And that's all she wrote. Bront takes it by that final score. Game called at half via mercy rule. The other Coke County team also played the season opener with opened the season with a bang Thursday. The number 15, Robert Lee Steer, shut out Lorraine 52-0 on the road. That one also ended by the 6-man mercy rules at the half. The Steers now lead the all-time series with the Bulldogs 22-10. Robert Lee will host Garden City next week in the home opener at Griffith Stadium. If it's anything like last year, fans better buckle up. Garden City squeezed out a 68-60 nail-biter. Steers will try to snap a 5-game losing streak in the series that dates back to 1982. The Erie County Hornets were hoping to put the sting on the Buena Vista Longhorns on the road. Buena Vista leads the all-time series 9-4. Including a 59-14 blowout last year. But the Hornets are hoping to turn things around after finishing 4-6 last year while playing one of the toughest schedules in the state. Buena Vista took this one, though, 49-26. The very best Falcons were hoping to come out of the gate strong tonight in week 1 when they traveled to Zephyr for the season opener. Falcons lead the series 3-2, but the Bulldogs pulled off a 29-27 nail-biter last year. Falcons are breaking in a new group of skill players, and Zephyr won this one 46-0. It was an all Concho Valley showdown tonight. Eden as they hosted the Pate Rock Indians. The Bulldogs came out on top in 26 of the first 35 innings, and they have won 4 straight games against the Indians. And Eden took this one as well, 50-0. The number 19 Menard Yellow Jackets created quite a buzz last season, and they're hoping to do the same again this year. They welcome the Blanket Tigers to town tonight. This is just the 4th meeting between these programs. Last year's contest ended in a 14-14 tie, and this time around, Menard took it 57-25. Number 15 Blackwell hit the road to Aspermont tonight for a battle of Hornets. Blackwell was looking for that elusive win against Aspermont after coming up short the first 3 times, including a 64-44 setback last year. Which team wanted it more this time around? Well, it was Aspermont. They won 72-24. And of course, with football season comes our annual Concho Valley High School Football Trivia Challenge. To enter the sweepstakes, simply visit our website, ConchoValleyHomepage.com, click the contest tab, and submit your answers each week for your chance to win the grand prize, a $100 H-E-B gift card. The grand prize winner will be announced at the end of the season in mid-November. Tonight's trivia question: how many consecutive seasons have Wall and Mason played each other? A, 4, B, 9, C, 3, or D, 2. Remember to visit our website to submit your answer. Now to some Week 1 headlines. Central falls short on the road, losing to Abilene for the 3rd straight time. Lakeview absolutely dominates at home after a slow start in the first half, blitzing Fort Stockton. Wall also dominates the short-handed Mason squad. Not a great start for the Wade Griffin era. Wall picks up right where they left off in 2024, looking to resolve unfinished business this season. And Sonora gets revenge on Miles, blanking the Bulldogs 40-0 on the road. Now let's look ahead to some Week 2 matchups next week. Central will host Abilene High in the home opener in a matchup of former district foes. The Sandies won a shootout 48-45 last year. Lakeview hits the road to take on Snyder. The Chiefs came up just short in a 40-34 setback last year against the Tigers, who lead the series 34-18-1. Number 3, Wall will try to avenge last year's loss against Brownwood on the road. Class 4A Lions handed the Hawks a 17-7 loss last year in their only setback at home. Ozona welcomes El Dorado to town for a Concho Valley showdown. This will be the 86th meeting Ozona has taken the last 3, including a 28-19 win last year. And another Concho Valley matchup, number 12 Mason hosts Brady. The Punchers and Bulldogs have locked horns 62 times. And stick with the ConchoValleyHomepage.com for more on Concho Valley football. We'll have all the information you need on our website.
Friday Night Football on KLST, brought to you by Randall Motors. Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is sponsored by the Law Office of Rick DeHoyas.